right, everybody, welcome to New Luna Radio. I'm your host, Jay Brony, and my co-host, as always, Darkhole.
Hi.
This week we have a special guest for you, a special treat and a special guest.
Ooh, a
And
treat. Is it Rice Krispie treats?
it is, well, I don't know, Rice Krispie Treats, maybe. I do know that he is as sweet as a marshmallow, and that is Stephen A.D.
Mmm,
See, I'm
delicious.
I'm quick with the compliments.
Whoa there. Brown
coming.
nose and all.
Come on, hurry up.
So,
More compliments.
more compliments. Pretty sweet.
Your voice sounds like a voice that would belong to a human.
Thank you.
Dude. Well, just wanted to start off and say thank you for joining us, Stephen. And if anybody's not familiar how we do things around here, we do some news first. Then we're going to go into some interview questions for Stephen. And if the chat has any questions, you can just post them up in the chat, and we'll get them and ask them to Steve at the end. So, first up, we're going to dive into the news that Megan McCarthy is already hyping season 4 of My Little Pony. Of course, now that she has nothing else to do but hype season 4 of My Little Pony. So
Is the hype Twilight's losing her wings? Yay!
I don't think so. I
Dang
think
it.
it's more along the lines that there's going to be a rarity episode that contains Spike and ridiculous early 90s pop culture references.
I thought you said hype, not dread.
Well,
Hey, I'm hyped.
well,
What?
as long as you're hyped, that's all that matters.
I'm hyped.
But you got to remember, early 90s, that's like 4 years, man. It's a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah, all stuff from when I was like 4 years old or younger.
I was like 5 to 8 in that range. So,
I was born in the 90s.
oh, we got a 90s kids here. We got
I'm a 90s kid.
right.
Only 90s kids will
Barely.
remember the 90s.
Everyone else just has group amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
That's our decade. You can't take it away from us.
Only 90s.
I don't remember anything from the 2000s.
Yep, no, we're not allowed to.
Nope. I don't remember
Well-
anything from the 2000s.
Only 2000 kids will remember Sonic 06.
Thank God.
There's some things that I'm thankful we can forget.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing to be able to forget.
I actually bought that as a gift for like $5 for someone, and he has never forgiven me.
I was thinking of actually including it on Secret Santa gift, but
Oh.
along with something else. But I didn't know
Brain bleach?
I didn't know what kind of system the person had. Like, I didn't know if they had a PS3 or an Xbox 360, and it was legitimately like $10 at GameStop used, and I'm like, that's too much.
$10 for Sonic 06.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much.
It's way too much. I was
I would-
expecting to walk in and see it for like $2.50 in the bargain bin and be like, yeah, but it was on the shelf for $10, and I'm like, I'm out.
It's like going in and seeing Shaq Fu for like $5, and you're like,
Well,
what?
There is this one game store that sells old and retro and Japanese
Lady
games, and no, they're only one mom and pop shop,
Oh, okay.
and they have Shaq Fu for $999 and
What?
and Superman 64 for $1,000 in box.
What?
What?
Their reasoning is they think that the game should be revered as museum pieces, but never played by any living human being. So
That's awesome.
so they're there, and if you really are dumb enough and really want to have a copy of one of these games, you can give them this ridiculous amount of money, but otherwise it keeps them out of the hands of stupid people.
What was wrong with Shaq Fu?
Uh,
It
the
was
con-
terrible.
the controls were just bad, and I mean, how much creativity can you get from Shaq fights in monsters in another dimension?
Have you never played NBA Jam?
I yes, I have played NBA Jam.
You know,
It's
I
not the
don't think
same.
there were monsters from another dimension in NBA Jam.
Now Space Jam, I can.
Well, there's Bill Clinton, so that's pretty much the same, right?
Oh. Ha! Political humor.
Ha! That guy.
This show is highbrow.
It's not about ponies only. It's got politics too.
Ooh.
Hard hitting
Haha.
political.
Republicans.
Kind of, not really. My family is.
Ah,
I'm more.
those silly Democrats.
What's up with the Tea Party? Ha! Ha 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 ha.
Lower.
Ha, ha, ha.
Hey guys. Thanks, Obama.
Ha! No.
Oh no. Speaking of capitalism and money, there looks like there's going to be a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Monopoly set. And I am, for one, am excited.
I am excited.
Can I be the thimble?
No, you can be
What?
one of the main 6, though.
Can I just like grab the thimble from another Monopoly set and use it?
I'm sure that would
I'm
be.
always a thimble.
You're always a thimble. Well,
I'm always a thimble.
well, who of the main 6 would be considered the thimble? I guess.
Fluttershy.
Would it be Fluttershy? Are you sure it wouldn't be Rarity? Because
Oh.
you know, sewing horse and all.
Yeah.
Twilight.
I
Oh,
think
no,
Rainbow
Rarity-
Dash should be the car.
Of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Rarity would be the top hat.
Oh yeah, for her sophistication.
Sophistication.
I speak good Englishes.
I have
all the Monopoly pieces I
sophistication.
remember.
What
What
would
else
Pinkie
is there?
Pie be?
The dog?
Oh, the dog.
Maybe.
No, that'd be Applejack.
Is there an apple?
No,
I have to look up Monopoly pieces.
there's like a steamboat, and
Do you think the bag of money would be Spike? Kind of like the gems, the money. Sort of.
No, he'd be the ring. Okay.
oh,
I don't-
yeah,
I don't think there is-
the luxury tax. There's no
I was looking at a different one.
there's a
Shoot.
ring symbol on the board that says luxury tax, but
No, Twilight would be the top hat. Rarity would be the shoe.
the
Yeah,
shoe-
I guess Rarity could be the shoe. But that shoe looks so plain.
But
Applejack would be the wheelbarrow.
the wheelbarrow. Yeah.
Fluttershy would be the dog then. Okay.
All right.
Twilight would be the battleship?
You sunk my battleship.
Oh my god.
Or the iron.
Yeah, maybe, but there's like 3 clothing related ones or 4 clothing related ones, and we only have one clothes pony, and that's the Rarity. So
Because Rarity likes her giant hats, and that hat looks like it would be a hat that would be
But-
giant compared to the ponies of
true,
the game pieces.
but Applejack always wears a hat, and her game piece doesn't have a hat.
Oh.
So
What they do? What they do?
I don't
Rainbow Dash is the car.
know. I think we're very definitive on Rainbow Dash being the car.
Yes, I was gonna say that too.
The thing
I mean,
is
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, wait, Spike could be the dog.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I have to say my
Hmm.
favorite version of Monopoly was one called Tripopoly that had like 3 different levels, and it was amazing.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome. I've never heard of it, actually.
So you had 3 boards that you stacked on top of each other, and you could take an elevator between the boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
Like a
Oh,
space
apparently they're
elevator?
getting rid of the iron in favor of a cat.
Oh,
Birdie?
isn't there already a dog? Yeah, there's a dog.
Yeah. So they're gonna have a cat and a dog,
That's
and not the iron.
BS,
Eh.
man.
No one wanted to be the iron
What
anyways.
was that?
I mean, everybody always wants to be the car, right? Like
I mean, like Rainbow Dash.
I mean, everybody always wanted to be the car when I played Monopoly with my friends and family, so myself included.
I wanted to be the car.
Yeah, you always want to be the car. Gotta go fast.
You go. Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
go fast.
I thought you were done with talking about Sonic 06.
That wasn't Sonic 06.
I know.
It wasn't
Sonic
originated
X.
with Sonic 06, but it was definitely continued. The continuation of Gotta Go Fast. Speaking of things that
Gotta go fast.
gotta go fast away from me, Octavia plush. Finally, an official Octavia plush.
Is it like that Lyra plush?
It's like the Pinkie Pie one and the official Pinkie Pie and the official Rainbow Dash one, where
So it
kinda-
doesn't have.
It's got the spaghetti hair,
yeah, it has spaghetti hair and extremely large forehead.
just like all the other plushies from
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. This is totally a Toys R Us and Walmart exclusive dealy bob.
Well, they can keep it.
I mean, it's
I'm gonna buy it.
I mean, it is Octavia,
I'm gonna buy it,
but
regardless.
I'm sorry, it just looks kind of fugly. I
Too
think is
awesome
what I
for
said.
Words.
Too awesome for words. Yeah.
But they all look ugly, but at least Octavia sort of looks dignified with the hair like back like that.
Oh, well, she's got her little bow tie on too, her pink bow tie. So
Yeah.
that's good. It's always good.
What happened to I thought they were making new plushies.
There,
There you go. There's an Octavia one.
I think that there is another company, like a German company, that's doing them, but I haven't really seen much in the way of other than they showed some demo Pinkie Pie ones and they looked pretty good, but other than that, so I haven't seen much on them recently, but they looked good. Hopefully they continue to come out, and I'm sure we'll talk about them when they're here.
Mm.
Up next, everybody's favorite thing happened last weekend. Can anybody guess what it is?
Last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Father's Day.
TrotCon happened.
This is true, but something else pony related happened.
No, nothing
Father's
else.
Day.
Father's Day is now pony related per Dark.
There was
don't
nothing else that
start
happened
this
last weekend.
Nope. I believe there
Nope.
has not been anything done. Nothing that they can make horrible toys with. Nope.
Well, you would be absolutely 100% wrong because Equestria Girls
What?
came out in theaters last weekend.
Oh.
Oh no!
No.
That's like the Sonic 06 of this fandom.
Is it? Will we now have the pony cycle where things will, it has a good cycle,
Yeah.
just
After Twilight got wings, things went bad.
that's the cycle, that's it.
Nope.
To
got
be
it.
fair, I can't say anything bad about Equestria Girls yet because I haven't actually watched it yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Me neither, but I've seen the trailer. Okay.
yeah, based
And
on
I've
the
heard,
Twilight
I've heard it
still
got
had
good
wings.
reviews, so I don't know.
it's getting. I've seen a bunch of people on Twitter say that it's not as bad as they thought it was going to be, but
That's not exactly a positive comment.
I know, but how bad were they thinking that? Did they think that it was going to be like
Sonic
I don't know,
06.
The
Sonic
worst thing they've ever seen in their entire lives.
right? Which it might have been, but I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if that movie had loading screens in the middle of it.
loading flash animation on demand.
That's what intermission is, right?
Yeah, you gotta load up the rest of the flash.
Now
animation.
buffering the second half of the movie.
See, it's an interactive movie that changes based on the demands of the fans. So halfway through, all of a sudden they're just ponies again for no reason.
Yay!
Ah, crap! We gotta reanimate it on the fly.
Hold on, guys. Loading.
Like 2 weeks later, it's done. We can watch it.
It's just another one of those things where I've heard people say that it has nothing, in fact, to do with pretty ooh, I'm a girl and I need to be pretty makeup. And
Are you
stuff
sure?
like
Have you
that.
seen this trailer?
I've seen the trailer, but I've also heard
They go
other,
to the prom.
yes, but it's more. They say that it's more about Twilight Sparkle
Friendship?
becoming a princess leader than more about her becoming a princess than being a pretty high school girl.
really, really bad then.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it, and as soon as it's available for me to watch in not a theater,
Yahar?
potentially I will try to watch it, and then maybe we'll have an episode discussing it with all of our friends.
Maybe we could like host a communal watching it of the first time with
Potentially, I mean,
comment. Oh, what?
what?
Just the style of the animation and everything, it's just like a total Bratz knockoff. And
Yeah,
Bratz isn't that good in the first place, so I don't understand what they were trying to pull, like
Yeah.
what they were trying to do, like what the mindset was. Like, you know that totally mediocre show that didn't really sell that well, but maybe it did, I don't know. Maybe we should rip that off.
they made a few movies. Maybe we'll do worse than that.
The prevailing theory is that this was a direct competitor to Monster High. This is exactly the property that they wanted. They wanted a direct competitor to Monster High, which
Are the monsters high?
it's a terrible show. Don't ever watch it. So
Have you watched it?
I've seen parts of it. It's not good. So, but from this Hellspawn, we get purchasable Hellspawn. Equestria Girls toys are up for pre-order on Toy Wiz, and
That's not Hellspawn. That's like Super Hellspawn.
um, everything I'm seeing is that like they'll have like a DVD with them and some cards and stickers and fashion accessories and things of that nature, and they all look like mutants. So
They really need to turn down the bloom.
Apple
But
Bloom?
love's in bloom.
Guys, stop trying to copy Battlefield here. We
Yeah.
don't need that.
Apple Bloom?
Maybe that's her cutie mark, just making everyone
Apple
else look
Bloom.
so bright, like the sun.
Apple Bloom's cutie mark is the Equestria's Girl logo.
What
Yeah.
have I done with my life?
I don't want to go. Please send me back.
Yeah.
I know I did something wrong. What did I do wrong?
I'm sorry, Applejack.
And this is when
I repent.
she
Surely
becomes
Jesus. Please.
I repent. Take away my cutie mark. I don't want it anymore. Oh. Oh. What hath cheerily wrought? So yeah, the dolls look not so great.
All right. You squint your eyes
And
a little bit,
Close them.
Yeah, close them up.
close your eyes, and imagine something completely different.
Right.
They look okay.
So
I mean-
season 1.
But I mean, stickers, guys, right? Totally got stickers. So
Do I put them on the bottom of the DVD so I never have to watch it?
you could do that. I mean, there's cutie mark stickers in there. They look all right, but the rest of them, no good. Well, let's talk about some extended universe stuff that's actually decent. in with the comics. And IDW CEO Ted Adams was interviewed about the comic industry in general and stuff. And IDW is the publishing company for the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic official canon, per the creators and per the showrunners comic. So he goes in to say that to make a long story short, they're selling like hotcakes. The first issue is in its 5th or 6th printing, which is pretty crazy for a comic of this. I don't want to say of this caliber because it's actually really good, but of this genre and niche. A lot of they're saying that the 30 to 40 years, like the higher demographic males are buying it but not as much as the target demographic. So
What? No.
according to their metrics, like it's definitely because Scholastic just ordered, and they'll be going to the Scholastic Book Club and book fairs and stuff this fall.
They still do those?
Yeah, and all those will probably end up going to kids. So
Well, that's cool.
My guess is they probably ordered the compilation because they finally just released the compilation of the first four comics. So that book will probably be available, and by the time the book fairs come around in the fall, the second arc will be available and compounded as well, because they just finished that one up a little while ago. So
I only have the first comic. Like I haven't.
Yeah.
I have a strict no buying anything policy.
Is that because you don't have any money?
Yes.
I also have a legitimate copy of the first comic, but I may or may not have seen copies of the other ones since then.
Yeah. I don't have online picture albums of them.
Nope, not at all. So, speaking of the comics here, they've announced the next micro series, and which is like micro series 7 or 8 or something like that, because they're on Pinkie Pie. There's Applejack one left to do after Pinkie Pie, and then they're going to do a Cutie Mark Crusaders, and then this one is a Celestia based micro series one. So
Well, they don't exactly have to do the Applejack one, do they?
yes, I think they're going to. It's already.
But they don't have to.
They don't
I
have
would
to,
be upset if they didn't.
Shut up, you.
Grrr.
Shut your mouth.
Grrr.
Shut your mouth. The synopsis of it is: training the next generation of Canterlot's protectors is no easy feat. When an aging unicorn teacher begins to lose the respect of her students, Princess Celestia must step in to inspire every pony through her gentle guidance.
Did you say
Is it
aging
Shirley?
or Asian?
I
like,
would
wait
read
a
that in a
second.
heartbeat if it was Asian.
Whatever
Asian teacher.
whatever makes it funnier, but on paper it says aging.
It's like, that's racist.
That's racist.
That's racist. But I would read it. But that's racist.
They also announced the number 11 comic, which is they finished up it'd be the third in the arc of, if they are doing another arc, like another 4 issue arc, it'll be the third one in the arc, and it's about Shining Armor and Princess Cadence before they were royalty, like when they were teens, falling in love.
Teen ponies.
And that also means Philly Twilight.
Oh my goodness.
I would read that because she doesn't have wings.
But Cadence does.
And that's acceptable.
We still don't know.
That's a hypocritical comment if
We-
you're okay with Cadence's existence. not with
I'm
Twilight.
only accepting of pure alicorn, so if she was born with it, okay then.
I was gonna say, we don't know if she was born with the wings or not.
Well, I'm pretty sure that canon states that alicorns have all had to like earn their alicornship.
Where is that in the canon?
I don't remember offhand, but I remember, like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I think it's pretty much along the lines of, okay, Twilight earned alicornism, but we haven't had.
Wasn't it stated in the episode that she was the first one to do that?
I don't remember.
I'm going to the transcripts.
I'm trying to remember where else it was stated, because I'm pretty sure it was stated like that Celestia like adopted Cadence pretty much. But I don't remember where I even like read that now. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm checking the transcripts.
He's
That-
going. He's
well,
going
it wasn't.
to the
It
logs.
wasn't in the show. I know that much. So if you're looking for the show for that, it wasn't in that.
So, well, pretty much the only other canon considered canon stuff would be the comics. So
Yeah.
maybe it was in one of the comics. I don't know.
See, I haven't read them, so it'd be all secondhand information
Right.
that I'm providing you
Yeah.
guys. This would be like third or fourth hand.
In the episode, Celestia states, "You did something today that has never been done before, something that a great unicorn like Stroll the Bearded was not able to do because he did not understand friendship." So you get that could be referring to turning into an alicorn.
So that would lead us to believe that
Twilight is the only alicorn that's become an alicorn by becoming an alicorn.
Right.
Twilight's a cheater.
Hacks!
Stop life hacking.
Stop life hacking, and you need to nerf alicorns. Too powerful. So.
Nerf unicorns.
Nerf unicorns.
I would buy that.
Nerf unicorns can evolve into alicorns.
This is even my final form.
Through glitch.
They need a patch.
Yeah.
Equestria.
Equestria patch. Equestria 2.0. Unicorns can no longer transform into alicorns. Reason.
We patched that exploit.
Yeah, reason. Balance issues.
Balance issues. We felt that unicorns had a too strong of a late game, so we just went out ahead and nixed that.
Right.
Also, we just removed Earth Runners because no one likes them. They were too underplayed, and we just didn't want to. Everything we did to make them feasible just didn't work.
Applejack and Pinkie Pie, main non-playable characters. Applejack and Pinkie Pie are now donkeys to replicate to keep with current theming.
Twilight gets removed. Twilight's temporarily banned, and her wings was removed because exploit.
Yeah. Finally, last little news we have here before doing a quick little con rundown. 2 Best Sisters play. I don't know if you guys are fans of the video series at all, but
it's good.
I enjoy it thoroughly, and this is my favorite one so far. But honestly, a lot of the humor runs off of 2 Best Friends play, which is where the audio is derived from. So if you don't enjoy their style, like adding ponies on top of it really isn't gonna.
Oh man, Persona 4.
Yeah.
I love 2 Best Friends play. Like that's one of my favorite series.
I love Persona games.
Uh-huh. Well,
you're probably not gonna like them playing it because they're 2 completely clueless idiots. But
well, I forget his name. One of them played it for like 130 hours.
Holy crap!
Yeah, or at least that's what their video alludes to. It seems like he's a huge fan of Persona.
Okay, well then never mind.
But it's the other one that's never played it before that's playing it, of course.
I watched the Giant Bomb's endurance run of that game, and that was hilarious throughout it. And they had no clue what they were doing.
Of course not. But that's Giant Bomb for you. I mean,
I love their endurance runs.
But yeah, 2 Best Sisters play. A big thing that I do have to mention is they used there's a Persona 4 anime, and for all the background imaging, they used the Persona 4 anime background imaging, which makes it look much better than if they'd used like the in-game engine and they didn't have to like paste over characters. And well, they did have to paste over characters, but it was easier than using the 3D engine. So it's pretty good. I did enjoy it. There was several good faces and gifs from.
You saying I like dudes?
What?
You saying I like dudes?
I didn't say that at all.
You did. I heard you. I wrote it down.
Whoa.
It was like Jay Brony said.
I'm taking you punks down!
This guy likes dudes.
Whoa.
Persona 4 humor if you've never played it.
I haven't.
I have not
Ah,
either.
you
so,
too.
I know.
You two should play it.
U2 is an okay band. Bono's kind of an arrogant jerk. So
I'd watch you two play it.
U2 plays. U2
They probably sing
can
too
play.
much.
Yeah. And it's Bono.
You too can play.
Could you imagine Bono trying to play Sonic 06?
Could you imagine anyone trying to play Sonic 06?
I mean,
Yes, I have, because I've watched people play Sonic 06.
You mean you
so-
watched a bunch of loading screens?
It's really not hard to imagine.
That's one of those games where I played the demo. Like, normally I play a demo and I'm like, all right, like I can see where this is going. It'll probably be all right in the full game. I played that demo and I was like, no. No.
I remember when I played it because my friend had it, and he's like, I like this game. It's pretty good. I mean, it has some problems, but I like it. And I played it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So
how do you like this piece of like what?
Did you go to him and like, you must think every other game in this world is like a masterpiece if this game only has a couple problems.
To be fair, he hadn't been playing games that much.
Oh, well.
Oh, okay.
He had only had like 3 games, and that's all he ever played.
Oh.
So,
Well,
to
I
be
guess
fair, that was
it's
like one of
good
his
for
games.
him to draw them out as long as possible.
It's true.
For a while there, Sonic 06 was like the most beautiful thing he had ever seen in his entire life.
Oh, man.
You should have shown him like Sonic Adventure games, and it would have blown his mind. Like, wow, what?
That. So when he was running at the speed of diagonal on like the edge of the on the edge of the sidewalk, he was like, "Man."
I thought it was on top of the tower.
Well, you could do it in both places.
Oh, okay.
Dem physics. He's like,
Dem
"Wow."
It's no use.
It's
You can just like walk upside down in the loops and just stand there.
it's no use. Ha! It's
I
no
want to
use.
get the game for myself, just to say
Uh,
nerd credit.
It's no use.
It's like watching the Star Wars Christmas special for nerd credit. You'll have the nerd credit, but you'll hate yourself afterwards.
Right, like you'll feel a part of your soul has been evacuated from your body.
Doesn't matter. Nerd credit.
Yeah, I don't know. I would never watch a Wookiee watching porn again.
Is that like a badge of honor, like 100% Sonic 06 like badge of honor that you can put like you wear it on your merit badge of video game achievement sash when you go out in public?
I would put it right next to the one where I beat Miss. So yeah,
Missed like and you get like a smaller patch whenever you like 100% achievement a game or 100% trophies or 100% Steam achievements or whatever. And then like there's another patch, another iteration when they add more achievements. So like the first one you get is like the gold patch, and then there's a platinum one. And I'm thinking about this way too much. So let's just run through the con stuff here real quick. Buck is getting they're getting Cindy Moreau. She's gonna stop in having some interviews and stuff like that and panels, and she wrote a bunch of episodes. Griffin.
Is Buck the one overseas?
Yeah, that's
UK.
That's in Manchester.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I
Then we have Everfree Northwest announcing Amy Keating Rogers and Sibsy, which are both. I think they're Sibsy's definitely a drawer on the show, and Amy Keating Rogers.
I believe they prefer to be called artists.
Yeah, she draws things for the show. So. And
Drawer makes it sound like she's a cabinet of some sort.
Drawer.
Or underwear.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yes. I believe the artist community finds that term offensive.
Okay. Well, then the artist known as Sibsy will be there.
The artist currently known as Sibsy.
And the writer, Amy Keating Rogers. Person who writes words. Also happening at Everfree Northwest, they're having a art show, which is kind of a common thing at cons, but I noticed at most pony cons they don't really do that much of an art show. The Traveling Pony Museum comes around, and that kind of substitutes for a small art show, but it's not like Everfree Northwest is kind of unique in that they do an art show for pony cons, I should say. Most of them just do like, hey, here's our vendor area, go buy art. And whereas
I believe they like to call it drawings.
Okay.
Get with the times.
Go buy my art drawings. And They're doing like an arts and crafts room, some cosplay, like a cosplay panel, like how to make a cosplay.
Like every other con ever.
Yeah, how to do a commission, and then a pony drawing tutorial panel. So
Apply pencil to paper.
Draw a circle. Then draw the rest of the pony.
Yeah. First, we're gonna draw this circle, and then it's a pony. Congratulations, you've drawn a pony.
Oh my gosh, I drawn a pony. That was
Wow.
amazing.
How did I do this?
It's so crazy.
And it's not drawing. They don't like that term.
Shut
it's
your
artistic.
face.
All right, Mr. Corrected Pants. Mark today is
Well, we were talking about politics earlier, so you have to be politically correct.
right, but I mean, do we have to bring up the fact that you can't read again? Yep. This just in. Just so everybody remembers, Darkle can't read.
Wait, people aren't allowed to read?
What's that?
We're not allowed to read?
No, Darkle. He's not physically capable.
Oh. Okay, well that's better.
That's better. At least I.
I just comment on the pictures part
Yeah.
of whatever I'm linked to, so
Right. Yeah. He just kind of looks at the pictures and figures it out.
that's why I don't buy the comics.
Right. Though they are a pretty highly visual medium. So.
Hey, Steven.
What?
Somebody in the chat, Change3 Ling. wanted me to do
Changeling.
this.
What are you doing
Yeah.
here, Changeling?
I believe that person wanted me to do this, so I'm sorry in advance. Ah! Okay.
Whoa. This
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's Changeling.
Your request has been fulfilled, Changeling.
Finishing up the con section really quick.
Ah! That was for me.
Shut up.
BronyCon has announced M.A. Larson and Amy Keating Rogers as well. So, Darkle, if you want to, take your revenge for Twilight getting wings,
Can I throw eggs?
You just have to come to BronyCon.
Then I have to go to BronyCon.
I know, and then you'll get to meet me. And
It's like not near me at all.
wow, how much? I guess you really don't care that much that Twilight has wings, then, do you?
What? That is a low blow.
Well, just gonna have to live with it, I guess.
Way to be a jerk about it. I'm gonna write an angry email because I'm sure that she has never gotten one of those before.
It's a he. M.A. Larson is a he.
Crap. I was thinking something.
You're on the right track so far.
I am bad. I don't know why I said that. Slip of the tongue, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I know his.
Freudian slip, maybe.
You shut your mouth, Jasper. You shut your mouth. Or
Freudian,
stop your typing.
Freudian
Hit the
slip-
delete key.
Freudian slips all
Yep.
over the place. Oh, Gurog.
Do it. You lost at missed. So
It's not easy to lose at Mist.
It's literally just a puzzle game. Like, just complete the puzzles. And if you don't complete the
I mean, you
puzzles,
can get
just,
the bad ending.
like, if you just complete the puzzles, like, if you don't complete the puzzles, you just can't go any further.
Yeah, like you don't get the you lose game over screen.
Right.
well,
Right.
there are you lose game over screens in Mist.
The first Mist,
Yeah.
because I played it and I don't think there is. I mean, there's
if-
one. There's
if you
one
make-
where if you give the wrong page to the dude, like if you give the page to the wrong dude, then you get this like, "Ha ha! I tricked you!
You fool! Yeah, and
You
that's what you lose.
fool!"
That
I'm
is
saying
you lose screen.
that's like the only. There's only like 2 of those, and then that's pretty much or 3.
and
I can't remember.
there's 3. If you don't bring the page into the whiteboard.
I don't really call those. I don't really call those you lose game over screens. Those are more like bad endings, like bad ends.
I mean, it would be.
What's you lose game over screen if it's not a bad end?
Game over you lose is more like you failed an objective or something. Whereas
You
like
failed in that you're stuck in a book.
no, that's not
No.
it.
Hey, at least it's not as brutal as you lose. I just deleted your save file.
Ooh.
Like freaking Earth Earthbound, like the pirated version.
Yes.
All the way to the end, and it just deletes your save file.
I guess I'll just YouTube the ending.
Yeah. There's a couple like Steel Battalion on the Xbox, the original one. If you were piloting a mech, and if you didn't like, if it was blowing up and you didn't eject, your pilot died, and your save file would be deleted and overwritten.
So harsh.
I remember in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire PC game that like in the first round, like when you have everyone competing against each other to see who's gonna be in the hot seat, if no one gets the question right, the host will just go like, "Man, you all suck. Game over." And
like it just game over.
It just goes like, "I can't believe how much you guys suck."
The other fun thing with Steel Battalion 2 is I was able to eject every time successfully, but then I failed a mission so much that I ran out of money because you have to rebuy your mech. And I didn't have enough money to do that. So I was literally at I had no mech, and I was literally at a stalemate. And you can't go back and replay missions again or anything like that. So yeah.
I don't think I have a Justin TV account, so I can't type in the chat. And I don't feel like creating one.
Well then.
Let's just move on to the interview then. We'll get some questions out of the way. Your fans will find out about you.
These are more my friends than my fans here in the chat that I see.
Your friends will figure out about the innermost Steven and what makes him tick.
Wait, what did you call me?
I don't know.
The innermost Steven.
The innermost Steven.
Oh, Steven. Okay.
Yes. I know that's probably not actually.
Do you
your name,
prefer
but...
Steve?
Steve. Okay. So, as just a quick introduction, you're a musician, producer, and I don't want to limit it to just pony music, though. That is what you
primarily
do.
what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Yes. Though I try not to do that. I try not to curtail people into being like, oh, you're a pony musician. No, you're a musician and a producer and stuff like that. And a writer, songwriter, as it were. So, I do want to ask. First question is what is your previous background in music before the current pony music trend, if there was any. If not, then that's okay too.
First, I want to say, shut up, changeling. Second,
I agree.
My previous background, like for a few years, I was just writing like rock style songs using a like this Flash game actually to make the instrumentals.
Nice.
But where that didn't teach me anything composition wise, really, it did teach me quite a bit lyrically, like. Right. And eventually, I started writing raps. I learned how to use FL Studio, and I did write a couple like non-pony raps before I made my first pony rap song. And then from there, I kind of like. I've gotten so much better since back then. Like, I can't listen to my old stuff without cringing and wanting to stab myself in the face.
Yeah, so. I think that's a common trait between a lot of artists in every field. You look at your previous art and you're like, how was that even a thing?
How did I not just quit forever?
Right. People who write books and novels.
Well, if you ever need a face stabber, I would be happy to provide the services.
Thank you. It's really nice of you, Repcon.
The next question is who or what do you think gives you most of your inspiration? It can be an inanimate object, a person, an artist, a previous.
Is it
artist.
A Skittle?
It could be a Skittle. I mean, that one special Skittle that you saved from the first pack of Skittles you ever.
Well, like my inspiration to get started was like some of the musicians I was listening to. I mean, anymore the inspiration comes. I don't want it to sound like conceited, but I mean the inspiration kind of comes from like me and my mindset, what I see in the world. Like I don't know how people can look at a tree and be like, that reminds me of a song I should write. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't really draw. Like everything I write is very self-contained. something.
I thought bluegrass music was all inspired by trees.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Like, I mean, I do get inspired by ponies quite a bit,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But
Well,
I mean, even when I'm writing about ponies, a lot of what I'm putting into it is stuff like how I feel about the world and
Mhm.
Mhm.
everything. I mean,
Yeah.
except for a song like Appaloosa, which I hate so much.
well, ponies are the subject matter, but you're putting your own your personal inspirations on top of the subject matter.
Yeah.
Is
Or like,
yeah.
To answer the question, actually, like to get started, my inspiration was a musician called, his name is Shale Riley. And I mean, there's also like They Might Be Giants. Like a lot of my
Yeah.
influence comes from them. But Shale Riley really was the one that, he is a nerd and he kind of like was doing his own thing. He has this really unique style. It's almost like grungy, but it's also, it's kind of the same way. Very like, his songs are very autobiographical, I guess.
Yeah,
And I know most
yeah.
songs are like that.
from a
You're-
from a first person's perspective kind of thing, but through the like putting your own perspective on a subset of characters or a subset of ideals, something like
Yeah,
that.
and like, I know most music is like that, but there's something, it's almost conversational how he writes, but he still manages to make it like accessible, but also he can take like the most mundane sounding thing and make it sound like something mysterious, but not really. It's hard to describe. Like, I love all of his music. And the fact that he just like made this stuff like sitting in his, well, to be stereotypical about things, his parents' basement.
Right.
And that kind of inspired me to be like, well, I
Living
mean,
in your parents' basement?
well, yeah, that too. But it's really hard for me to live in my parents' basement because they don't have a basement. But
Mine either.
The space underneath the floor, between
crawl
the
space.
crawl
You-
space. Yeah.
oh, that'd be
You-
horrible.
You mean the concrete?
Yeah. The
I
concrete.
just like live inside the concrete.
Yep.
Awesome.
Burn out a little space for yourself.
Dash Dub, you can like my music, but I don't like that song because it's Appaloosa is like
A boring place to live?
it's I wrote a love song. One, I know nothing about love really. Two, I wrote a love song about ponies, and like it's not. It doesn't. I didn't put anything into that song. Like I just told a story, and that's like I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. Like when I sing it, I'm just like, oh, it's catchy, yay.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
it's empty.
yeah. It's doesn't
So
have the same
pop
feel.
music, right?
Well, I like pop music, so
I mean,
then you're conflicted.
it is.
I know.
It is popular, right? I mean, it wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't popular, right?
Gonna be popular. But I
Uh,
mean, a lot of pop music does have a lot of emotion behind it.
yeah.
You can't just like dismiss all of it. Even Lady Gaga, her songs
You don't know
are-
me that well if you say I can't do that.
Okay, you can, but it's a bad idea.
So we've already heard kind of what maybe your least favorite song is. So I'm gonna do the evil thing and make you choose your favorite child. And right now, what do you think your favorite song that you've
Is it
made
Bob?
is?
The one I like to do the most, now that I fixed the mixing and everything on it, is Simple. Like it's so fun to rap. Like the whole song is just, I love it. It's just so upbeat, and like that's one of my few songs I can really just get like pumped and be like, I don't really listen to my own music very much, but
Right.
if I did, I would love that song.
Right. So next up is you guys. You went to TrotCon last weekend, and this made me very jealous because the first time that me and you hung out and met was at TrotCon. So I really like. There was a couple other people that I'd met there too, and I really kind of missed hanging out with you guys. And I think that it would have been even more fun this year than it was last year, especially like you got officially recorded by Everfree Network instead of me recording you doing karaoke in that rotunda thing at the first TrotCon. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember you recording that.
Yeah, and you were like, hey, could you put those up on Dropbox so I could get those? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I'm like,
No props, bro.
no probs, man. But yeah, that would have been cool. But unfortunately, I had to make some choices on which cons, and I had already committed to BronyCon. So.
Actually, Everfree didn't record that.
Was it?
My friend Jastrian recorded that, and Everfree's just like, hey, a thing with music, we'll put it on our website.
Oh,
I don't even know how that works.
They borrowed it with. They borrowed something on the internet. Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, But you were on the actual stage, like you were a music guest.
Yeah.
And so the overall thing is I wanted to ask you, how was the rest of TrotCon, and do you have any significant memorable moments, or anything like that?
Well, TrotCon was great. I don't have any like other con experience to like compare it to other cons. Because TrotCon this year and last year is the only thing I've ever done con wise.
Right.
But like I loved it. I got to hang out. A lot of the musicians and I, like actually Changeling was one of them that was there. We all hung out and stuff.
Nice.
And it was hilarious. S'mores especially. Like S'mores is a crazy guy. Like every time he starts to get annoying, he just like does something hilarious again. But he would like one night he just like exclusively talked in like a British, I don't know what kind of accent to call it, but it's just like, oh, my mom walked in and she was like, oh, are you mental? So that was awesome. Just like hilarious. Just us hanging out and stuff. I accidentally ran into Peter New in the bathroom, so that was sufficiently awkward. I'm like, you're awesome. And he's like, you guys are awesome. I'm like, thanks, Peter. Hey, I'll let you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry.
Do you like what you see?
Yeah. I'm sorry I almost ran into you and you almost peed your pants, but thanks. Thanks for being cool.
That would have been embarrassing, right?
How was since you went to last year, which was the first TrotCon, and then of course this year, did you feel that there was natural progression? Like, did it feel more con? Like, well, you don't have any other con experience, so it's hard to judge.
Well, it felt more like sophisticated than it did last year, but at the same time, I didn't really hang out with very many people last year. Like, I had more fun this year, but that's because like last year I wandered around alone for like 2 days. So
and see, that's one of those things too, where it's like I wandered around alone for a lot of that con too. So it was like should have been more opportunity to hang out, but I don't know, it just didn't work out. I don't know why. I can't remember, but the specific memories is what I was talking about. Is like, do you remember? I think it was the end of the first day of TrotCon last year. We were all waiting at the bus stop trying to get back to the hotel, and we stood. How long? I'm just gonna relate the story real quick because it's kind of really funny.
yeah.
So you're in a semi cosplay of Vinyl Scratch.
Yeah.
So tail, wig, glasses, ears, and just like
the horn and everything.
Yeah, horns, white t-shirt.
I don't think that's semi. I think that's a full-on
What?
cosplay at that point.
I mean,
It wasn't. It was just like black jeans. So it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of like punk Vinyl Scratch.
Yeah.
If anything.
So you were wearing that. The rest of us were in just like pony paraffin t-shirts and stuff like that. We're standing at the bus stop, waiting for a bus that, by the way, never came, as far as I know. And then we get approached by a person who lives on the street.
A bum?
A hobo bum. And he said that he kept commenting on Steve's costume and how cool it was the whole
Like
time.
how I was brave to wear that out in public.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, pretty much. This coming from a hobo, and the whole time you could see Steve kind of like we're inside, like we're inside, like just like a thing, like the bus stop, like it's a covered bus stop with a bench, and the whole time he's like trying to hide behind a bunch of people, like back in the corner, like afraid what this guy was going to do to him because he kept commenting on the costume. And then, of course, he had us all up for money, and we all had to stand there awkwardly and, like, lie straight to his face that we didn't have any money, or at least some of us did, because I knew I still had a bunch of bucks in my pocket at that point. But I totally had to stand there and say, no, man, I don't got nothing.
Didn't he say he got like shot and he like showed us a wound?
Yeah, he got shot like in some war, and he showed us a wound like on his chest. It was obviously some sort of scar, but I don't know if it was like a bullet wound. Honestly, I wasn't looking that hard at this guy's chest.
It's like, let me inspect your chest, good sir.
Oh, and then we walked
We walked through downtown Columbus.
Yeah, 10 blocks.
What was it?
Yeah, I think it was 10 blocks.
Was it like what time was it? Like midnight?
It was like later than that, wasn't it? It was like 1 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, like full like clubs in full swing, walking through downtown Columbus.
Yeah, like.
And I'm in dressed as Vinyl Scratch
on High Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like we're not in downtown Columbus, because downtown is where all like the high rises and the businesses and stuff. Like if we were walking down there, I'd actually would have been more scared, because like that's where all like there's no night scene there. Mm-hmm. So that's where like
downtown Columbus.
Yeah. But like High Street is like, that's like the nightlife spot. So like there's lots of activity on the street, so there was a good chance that you weren't going to get like mugged or stabbed. So
yeah.
Or mug stabbed.
Right, or mug stabbed.
Have you ever been mug stabbed?
No.
I've not been mug stabbed.
No, I have not. Thankfully. But yeah, that's a fun little memory from walking like 4 or 5 blocks and then watching the bus that we were waiting for zoom past, and then just say, well, we've already gone this far, and just keep on trucking walking wise. So I mean, it is what it is, but I doubt you had to do anything that crazy this time. So
no, this time the hotel was in the same place as the con.
Right.
So we didn't have to like go anywhere. We just like get up, get dressed, walk downstairs. There's the con.
Right.
Well, we didn't walk. We took an elevator, but still.
Yeah. You did. I'm sure you did enough walking otherwise.
There was so much walking.
Oh, there's always walking at cons. You need comfortable shoes at cons and lots of deodorant. So the next
deodorant, so I don't have to take showers, right?
No. If you put on if you just put on deodorant and don't take a shower, then you smell like fresh scented BO instead of just plain old BO. It's a unique flavor, as it were, accoutrement to the con as in general. Next up, your big break. You got a song on Rainbow and Rooted, which is...
I don't really call Rainbow and Rooted my big break.
Well, okay. Then
considering I have a song that James animated that has like 600,000 views on it, I think Rainbow and Rooted is kind of a step down from that.
Oh, all right. Well, then that's fine. Your next break, how's that sound?
Okay.
Your slightly smaller break.
My next but slightly smaller break.
Yeah. Song on Rainbow and Rooted, which in like as far as pony music is concerned, is like it's the next big compilation album. It's coming off the heels of 100% balloons. No,
100% no feeble cheering.
That's
by
it. Yeah.
Balloon Party.
Yeah, by Balloon Party. I always get it mixed up, but it's the same. It's not the same people. Well, it's the same organizers, but it's
not even like I think it was Macon. Well, Circuit Fry I don't think was organizing it last time, and he organized it this time. So it was a new organizer also, but I think some of the people who organized it last time also helped out. I don't know. It's confusing.
But it is the next album in their series of compilation albums that
yes.
They're all was it meant to be like themed, like this is the Rainbow Dash with a musical theme behind it? I think that's
what they did was like they kind of took how they thought Rainbow Dash would like what kind of music she would like, not genre wise but like mindset wise. Like Rainbow Dash wouldn't be so picky about high production values. She would listen to a lot of like really trashily mixed music.
Mm.
So it was more about finding music that had like an upbeat pace and a lot of style, but not necessarily really well mixed. I mean, if it was well mixed, that was a bonus.
Right.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of how it was more focused on style than
Right.
yeah.
So, according to the track when you posted it on YouTube, you got picked like very last minute to be, and I don't want to, that's not a slight. It's just what was that experience like? Like how long ago before like it came out did you like say here's the song, I want to be on the album? What was the application process like, and what was it like to be like, hey, the album's coming out in an hour and this song is going to be on it?
Well, no one really knew what songs were going to be on it except for the judges until it really came out anyway. So I didn't know. It wasn't like all of a sudden I was like, oh, now I'm going to be on it. It was just that it was on it when it came out, but it also happened to be put on it at the last minute. Like everyone had to submit within a certain time, even though they extended that deadline like 15 times. But that's another. The application process is just submit the song.
Right, yeah, just make the song and send it in, huh?
Circuit Fry tried to help out people, but I think he might have done more harm than good with his mixing abilities.
Oh.
I need to fix my song because I keep listening to it and it's like it has almost no bass. I can tell that now. I couldn't really tell at the time because I was working on it so much and I couldn't take a break from it.
I see.
It's really badly mixed, and that's kind of why it was so the judges were so split down the middle because the mixing was so bad.
Gotcha.
But they really liked the style and message, and that's pretty much the sole reason why it got on.
Well, I mean, the nice.
That's how I understand it, at least.
You could always, you can do the revised version, right? And just be like, hey, fans of mine that really, really care about my music, download this one and delete the one that you downloaded with the other one, like, and just forget about it forever, right?
Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. 'Cause, like, I'm not happy with how it turned out at all in the slightest. Like, I mean, I am and I'm not.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
You're happy with the content, but the mixing
The
could be
mixing could
yeah.
be so much better.
I see. Just a note for me personally, when you put it out, try to put out a FLAC version. Thumbs up.
Well, I'm gonna put most of my songs on Bandcamp, so that will have all the really high def, the really high whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Hi-fi.
Yeah.
Lossless.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of.
Right. Well, yeah, because I try to get all that stuff in FLAC, so it's helpful. If I'm replacing a song with a better mixed version of it, then it would suck to go FLAC, and then 192 kilobyte MP3.
WMA.
WMA. MP2 audio.
MP4. What?
Wait a second. All right, so that's cool. Rainbow and Rooted, it's out now. Go pay what you want for it, I think is the model that they're going with right now.
I want to say Aftermath's song on there, Prismatic, is amazing. Like, I don't even listen to EDM that much, but holy crap.
But yeah, it's a pretty good album from what I've listened to. I listened to your song because I was like, I know this guy, I got to listen to this. And then I kind of started listening to the rest of it, but I haven't gotten back to it. I've kind of been doing activities that don't lend themselves to listening to music. But
there's a lot of generic drum and bass on it.
Yeah, that's kind of
just
what I figured. Yeah, and in my taste in drum and bass will strengthen and wane based on the day and based on the mood, just as it were. But next question is when and how were you drawn into the pony fandom? It's a pretty generic question, I know, and a lot of times most people's answers are the same. But
are you also going to ask me what best pony is?
No,
because usually
we refuse.
Nope.
I refuse to ask that question. I can't speak for Darkle.
You see, whenever we ask that question, we just end up yelling at each other and have this heated debate, and
it's just not worth it.
I know it's always like you have a musician on, and then you're like, "Who's best pony? What was your favorite episode of MLP?" And you're just like, "Shut up."
Yeah, no. I'm just more interested. Like, we know that you did pony music, so at least at some point you were you were into the pony fandom. Whether you were
and I'm in it now.
Yeah.
I still like it. So.
Right. Yeah.
When it was a year and some days ago, some
Yeah.
weeks maybe, I don't know. My friend was like, "Hey, there's a show." And I'm like, "Okay."
There's
And
a
so I watched
show.
an
Stop the
episode.
presses.
And I was like, "Oh, that's okay." And then I didn't watch it for like months.
Right.
And then I watched it again. And I'm like, "It's actually really good." And I think I ended up like I stumbled upon some pony songs. Like I think I listened to Discord. I'm like, "Wow, that's really good." And then I like wrote my own pony track. And then like 2 songs in, I ended up going to TrotCon the first year. And then pretty much the bulk of my fandom has been between TrotCon last year and TrotCon this year.
Right.
Like, so that's when and how.
Cool.
When is where I'm at, and how is later.
Okay. So instead of asking what your favorite pony is, we usually try to dive in and get a little bit of insight based on the fact that you're a musician and a producer and stuff like that. We ask.
Pinkie Pie's best pony, by the way.
Well, okay. We didn't ask that question. No, Darkle, keep to yourself over there. Just make sure. Okay. You don't have to argue with them over it. It's okay.
I shut off my ears for like when he said that. So
Okay. Good.
Good.
So we like to try to. I like to try to ask like.
I don't care that he's wrong.
The more related to like what you do in the fandom or what you're. I don't want to say.
Yes, results are wrong.
What's your personal favorite pony song?
Of not mine, and I wouldn't pick one of mine if mine was in the running for
Right.
favorite, because that's dumb. The one I don't know. I don't listen to that many pony songs because there's only so much you can say about one show,
Right.
and they kind of end up like repeating themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many ways you can use a sample to like louder. I've heard that.
It's one of those things where like that's why I kind of look forward to the compilation albums, because they like bring me back in. Like I just kind of ignore a lot of the music unless it's like a track that's on a video or something like that, and then I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, and I hear it once or twice, and that's why I kind of look forward to those compilation albums where it's like, hey, I can get just a whole dump of some fandom music from fandom artists that I can listen to. So, and pick out the handful of tracks that I enjoy and be like, okay, these go into like a normal rotation, and the rest of them.
I will say, like, I just heard "The Way She Flies" by Leo. I think this is the song. Let me double check this.
He's checking it.
Wait, is this the right song?
He's checking it.
Wait, I don't know if this is the right song. No, it is. It is. It's "The Way She Flies" by Leo. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's so good. It has its own style. It's not like this crappy, just like generic. I like pony, blah blah blah. Like he's got his own style. To this,
How do you know about the song I was working on?
But like
You stole it.
my favorite pony song ever, which I can't really pick one, so I'll just take the cowardly way out and pick 3.
Oh.
I really like "Awoken" by Wooden Toaster. That song has stuck with me for quite a while,
Right.
and like not a lot of songs in the fandom do that. It's just I love the melody, the harmonies he uses in that. The subject matter is brilliant, but it doesn't rely on like it can work as a standalone song, but also works in reference to pony, and that's like the best kind for me.
Yeah, that's kind of the second question I have is along the lines was fandom song, which is not necessarily related to pony, but like done by like, oh, I did this, but it's not really related to pony, but it's just kind of a song that's there, and this kind of fits that bill. So
Okay, well that works.
yeah.
But like I like Adam the Walker's oh, don't forget the name. Don't forget the name. Stop it. I forget the name.
Oh.
Adam the Walker. What was it? It's about Applejack. Her
I don't know
parents
if
are
I like.
dead.
Her parents are dead.
Okay, okay. It went from dislike to immediate like. I need to hear the song.
Adam the Walker.
The
Applejack.
Applejack the
I
Batman.
just searched. Take some time to close your eyes. It totally worked. That song has like a Gorillaz feel to it. It's so good. So good. And then like these are the two songs I always tell people when they ask me, at least these two. The other one is I totally forgot his name too. I can't believe this because like I love these songs. I know my Somewhere I Belong by Talk Acanthe. That is based on the fan fiction Somewhere Only We Know. Kind of how Rainbow Dash is like, and she goes back and forth between the real world and the dream world, and like how all of like the My Little Pony is only taking place in her head, basically.
Oh yeah.
Like in real life, they're all just regular horses, and it's really sad. But somewhere I Belong is just like this really. He hasn't really been able to nail it since then, and I don't know if he's trying to. But in that song, he just got the perfect mix of this really lighthearted yet incredibly sad, like this melody that's just like the way he uses the bells, and it's just like this perfect mix of happy yet sad. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like I know my best friends, but are they really there? It's just like it's perfect, like
Right.
every way. I love it. And those are my favorite types of songs, the ones that just like it has more to it, but you can't really nail down what it is.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
All right. Well, then, how about we? When I asked the first question, your favorite pony song, I think I asked it a little bit. I think what I actually meant there was what your favorite song from the show is.
Oh,
that's okay. You answered the. I was going to ask about fandom song next, so we just kind of skipped over it. So now we'll just move on and be like, what's your favorite song from the show?
It's between This Day Aria. I don't know how to pronounce it, and the smile and Pinkie Pie's Smile song.
Okay, cool,
great. I know.
And then here's another one. Here's a tough one. I've had people problems answering this one. Outside of ponies, but could also include ponies. All this is all your music that you've ever listened to. Your favorite music, your favorite song outside, like your favorite song overall ever.
Yeah, that changes quite a bit, obviously.
Exactly.
Like, taste and stuff, but
yep.
Right now.
Yeah, this is definitely a right now question because my favorite song right now is not even my favorite song from last month or like 6 years ago, right? So
is it Eleanor Rigby?
6 years ago, my favorite song was probably by like Limp Bizkit or something stupid like that. So like
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
it's probably something by They Might Be Giants. I just gotta pick which one. Actually, I really like Black Ops by They Might Be Giants because it's kind of like a satirical political humor, and they don't normally do that, but the way it's set up, it's brilliant. It's off of their newest album, Nanobots.
Nanobots.
Yes.
All right. So we got Rainbow and Rooted. I think you mentioned a couple times, not here, but on like your Twitter and stuff, that you're working on your own album.
Yes.
Is it pony related? Some insight on that. And other than that, do you have any other projects coming up, like collaborations or anything like that you want to share? If there's closed door stuff and you don't want to talk about it right now, that's fine. You don't even have to bring it up. So
I think closed door stuff is kind of dumb.
Right.
So I try to stay away from that unless it's something really special I'm trying to do, which I don't. But anyway, I mean I have a collaboration that's been kind of stalled since Rainbow and Rooted and TrotCon were coming up with Awkward Marina and Double Sharp. It's like non-pony, but it might turn into pony. I don't know. I mean, they're both musicians, and I'm a pony musician, so who knows?
Okay.
But it's supposed to be kind of about how like people are. It doesn't really have a name. It doesn't really have any lyrics to it yet, but I have the instrumental more or less worked out.
Ah.
Double Sharp Tyler is going to be doing. I asked him to do some violin in it, so that's going to be fun. But it's kind of like how whenever you're first starting as a musician, people are just like, "Oh, you want to write music? Oh, that's so nice. Isn't that cute?" They just don't think you're ever going to do anything about
Right.
it, so you're just like, "No, I'm going to."
Right.
So that's kind of more autobiographical than explicitly autobiographical than what most of my songs might be. But I've been working on an album of non-pony stuff. However, by working on it, it's still in the planning phase. So
Okay.
no actual like legitimate work has gone into this yet.
Right.
But
You have
it's
ideas.
coming eventually.
You have loose ideas on loose napkins floating around your.
Yeah, like ideas in my head of stuff I want to do. I'm gonna be working on more pony songs, I'm sure. I mean, I've been taking a little of a break since I've been working on stuff every day, like 8 hours a day for the past month, and I'm getting kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Maybe if I can't work that much all the time, then I'm not cut out for the music industry. But whatever.
Maybe you're not cut out for. Well, maybe full time is, but the thing is you really got to do like overtime to like really do stuff in the music industry, from what I understand. So
I really want to.
Right.
It's just hard.
Well, I'm sure as long as you continue to love what you do, then I think that's the tipping point, right? Once it becomes something that you don't enjoy doing, that's when it's like, okay, it's kind of time to reevaluate. But it sounds like you, even though it might be one of those things where it's like, I'm getting a little burned out, you still sound like you love to do it. So
I still love to do it.
So that's good.
Yes.
Yes,
it is good.
So you performed live at TrotCon, like we talked about. Well, we didn't really all that much, but we mentioned it. Do you have any other live dates coming up? Anything?
I wish I did. I don't. I haven't really applied for any other conventions. The con season's kind of like it's getting so close that they pretty much have all their guests. I'm pretty sure at most of the conventions anymore at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like BronyCon is like their music schedule is already set, and it's freaking massive. But
I had applied for that, and they didn't want me.
No,
so.
they did not.
Did not.
I'm sorry.
But I have some friends who are gonna go up there, so that's cool. I'll go and support them.
Yes, and I'll be there, and I'll hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. But okay, well, I'm sure you'll let everybody know through your.
Oh, I will.
If you,
I'll be like, oh,
live date.
check out this. I'm gonna go to this show.
Yeah. Yeah. And which brings us real quick. Unless Dargle, do you have some questions? You had a question or two that you wanted to.
No,
I want to ask
answered.
you guys a questions.
Oh no.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ask a question.
Have you ever been hungry?
You know what? I'm hungry right now.
I have been hungry at one time in the past. Yes.
All
I have not eaten yet today.
Is this a cry for help, Darkle?
Yes. I want cookies.
Okay. I have cookies, but by the time they get to you, they might be stale.
Jasper says no. He hasn't been hungry.
What?
That's good, Jasper. I mean, it's good that you haven't had to deal with that.
All right, Dargle, you didn't have any questions. How about questions from the chat? Any chat questions?
Jasper.
Do you have a question, Jasper? And one other person?
That person's me.
Was it raining now? Oh, it started raining.
Oh, that's not cool. Unless
Oh,
you like the rain.
I love rain.
And I set
Lucky
fire to
person.
the rain.
So no questions from the crowd there, Darkle.
Do I like cake?
Do you like cake?
Yes.
Cake is pretty delicious.
Depends on what kind of cake, though.
The band cake, I think.
Band cake. Oh, that band? Yes, I like that band. I should listen to them more. I haven't really listened to that much, but what I've heard, I've liked. I don't like pineapples, so anything with pineapple and cake, I don't like.
So no upside down pineapple cake?
No.
What's wrong with you?
No upside down pineapple cake.
How about tiramisu? That's almost technically a cake.
That sounds like a mountain.
What? Tiramisu is awesome. It has coffee
Mount
and rum in
Tiramisu.
it. It's a dessert with rum in it. How can you not like it?
I've not had it, so I don't know what it tastes like.
What is wrong with you? It has
Many
lady fingers. It has lady fingers and rum.
This has nothing to do with cakes, but I really like creme brulee.
Crimson.
Okay.
It's
I've had flan. Is that like creme brulee? Brulee?
sort of, it's like chilled custard with it's the one where they put sugar on the top and then they put like a torch on it and they like.
Oh, yeah, I have not had that, but it looks like it'd be delicious.
It's really delicious. It's really good, but it's custard, so like it's pretty much egg white. It's egg yolks and cream and sugar, and that's it. So it's like a real custard. So
Hey, who's the artist that drew your NLR logo thing?
that's
With the ponies.
Cogler, I
that
believe.
was Cogler, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she did a
Sorry.
pretty good job on it.
She's our resident expert, so if you make a joke like, I need to talk to my ponies with wing experts, we'll actually call her.
But she's our current resident expert in lots of things. But I think that's gonna about bring us.
If you could hoof bump any pony, who would it be and why?
Do what? Oh, if
Hoof
I could hoof bump any pony. Pinkie Pie, because yes.
because
I don't think that's a reason. You can't just say because.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Pinkie
isn't.
Pie because of reasons.
And you continue to be wrong.
Pinkie Pie because Pinkie Pie is amazing, and she would hoof bump, and then we would party all night, and we'd eat lots of cake. And it would be great.
Nice.
My OC is like Pinkie Pie's niece, and they have lots of parties. My OC is a guy though, so that might cause problems. Being a niece.
Well, for more bad fan fiction from you, where do you think we could catch you at? AKA, this is the part where you plug your stuff.
You guys on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
www.youtube.com/some letters.
/some. Which ones?
There's an S in there.
Okay.
It's Stephen Anno Domini, and I'm not being pretentious. I've just been told that that's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Like Cyril the Wolf got mad at me because I pronounced it like that, and he thought I was a jerk, and then I had to leave. So I think Cyril the Wolf thinks I'm like some pretentious jerk.
Do you want me to stab in the face for you?
Yes, but not hard, gently.
And what about your Twitter?
Oh.
And
I'm most active on YouTube. So, like, StephenAnnoDomini.com. You can actually just search Stephen AD and all of my stuff will come up on Google.
Okay.
But
that's a way.
YouTube, I'm more active on, but I also don't really. I mean, I respond to comments pretty much all the time, unless they're really, really stupid. A lot of them are, but
Yeah.
sometimes even then, just because it's fun to make fun of people.
And from your YouTube, you can link to your Twitter and your Tumblr and stuff like that. So
I have a Tumblr, I have a YouTube, I have Twitter, I have Facebook page.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are all on my YouTube
Yeah.
page to link for. So
Stephen Autodomi.
Steve and Domining.
Yeah. Search Stephen AD on YouTube.
Stephen Ad.
Stephen Ad. That's how I get to his page. That's how I do it. So,
Aren't
it
you
works.
the lazy one?
I just load up YouTube and it takes me.
It's right there, right? All right. So I think that does it for another episode of New Lunar Radio. I was your host, Jay Brony. And we also had a person named Darkle here doing co-hosting duties again.
Duties.
And,
So I shouldn't have called you Repcon.
close enough.
Repcon's my gaming name.
He's dual named.
I have like 20 names.
And thank you as always, Steven, for joining us.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Oh no.
All right, everybody.
It's a pleasure being here.
We'll see you guys later.
I am so aroused right now.
Goodbye.
Bye.